live. I think.
It's always
that
live?
moment of uncertainty.
I know. There's always this little gap of are we live or are we not live?
Yeah, we're good. We're live.
We're live.
We got
So
13
we're
people in the
live,
chat
guys.
already?
We're live,
13
people. So,
Hello, everyone. This is Running on Empty. Ska review.
That's pretty funny.
That was good, Dylan.
You got to be wearing a suit if you're gonna make that joke, though, Dylan. Yeah.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody watching at home.
We've got Bible Dumb Podcast is in the house. First one to comment.
Yeah, he was first.
Let's go. No Gods deserves a place in the finals. Of course, the Bible Dumb Podcast would love No Gods. Murderholic is here and is just stroking Link 80's dick right now. So Link 80 over Op Ivy. Link 80 kicks ass. So, which is okay. They're pretty good. We got Jacob Willis. We got Bobby Moore. We got is it like nip rings? Because I said like snip rings. Is it likes nip rings?
Yeah, I think so.
People with nip
I'm
rings.
having an existential crisis now that you pointed this out to me. Because I was always... Jesus.
I read it as like... I was very wholesome, and I read it as like snip rings. And now I realize it's like nip rings. Wow. So let's fucking go, chat.
How uncouth.
I know. So
unbelievable.
Blair McCacken showed up just to say R.I.P. Slapstick. So
yeah, that's a shame.
Fuck 'em.
Stephen White says, "Sup, folks? I'm playing a show here in a bit, but gonna check out the first little bit. You know what? If you could just check your phone in between songs, that'd be great, and leave a little comment in between songs." Downward Heavenward says, "Live, or all the pictures moving in the right direction?"
I think we're live.
Yeah, we're live. Also, Goldfinger better win, says Stephen White. So a big Goldfinger fan. NoFX did not play 40 songs and Pooley pulled out. Pooley. So
that sucks.
Okay. NoFX did not play 40 songs. Look, man, they're like 55 years old. All right, and liars. So
was that one of the shows where they're doing 3 records, or is it a regular show? Now I'm all concerned about the show now that they're not going to play the songs after what Dylan said.
Yeah, it's
embrace the chaos. Embrace the chaos, John. It's
fine. Dylan,
at least the parking will be easy. We won't have to worry. We'll get if it's really bad, we'll just get out of there nice and quick. It'll be lovely. It'll be good.
What I got a poll. I want to ask a poll, Elliot. What is the general consensus on these? All sorts.
What?
Licorice, all sorts.
Licorice?
What's the general? Are these
assortments?
evil or are they delicious?
They're. I mean, if you like black licorice.
Oh my god, these are like my favorite. My wife just got these from Uncle Sam's today.
Crash and Bleed says evil.
Yeah.
Bible Dumb says never had. McD says only the blue and pink gummy things are good. The rest are trash.
Oh, good and plenties. Yeah, good and plenties are amazing.
I don't think we need to do a poll. I think everyone's just saying it right here. Those are my grandma's favorite candy, but also mine, says Immoral Coral.
I've never seen those in my life.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you just held
never
up to the
seen.
camera.
Those are old people candies.
I thought they were skateboard wheels.
You thought they were tech deck attachments.
Oh, they're so...
Douglas L says trash. Murderholic says meh. Richard says gross.
It doesn't look processed enough for my liking.
What did Richard say? Yeah, they're not Sour Patch Kids.
No.
This is the most engagement we've ever gotten. Why aren't we doing an all candy podcast, guys?
I know.
Mean, we're wasting our time.
We should do a candy tier list. Can we do a you guys? Would you like to see a candy tier list?
There is a candy tier list at the end of the Rancid video. Little known fact. It's actually there. I love pistachios. I love pistachios.
Reese's Cups on top. S++.
We need to do gas station snacks tier list. What is the most punk rock gas station snack? So,
those
hot fries,
circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts.
those the fucking things, the churro roller things from 7-Eleven.
Stephen White says no candy tears.
Not a
Don't go all
churro,
Finn McKenty on us.
Yeah,
Not a churro, the other thing.
This is now going to be an exclusively food tier list channel. So, beer
Alright.
tier list, yes.
There's roll-ups, Dylan? Is that what
Yeah,
you're talking about?
Yeah, but it's like a variant of the taquito, as McD says.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
had
the
a taquito
chicken,
the other day.
chicken
good.
rollers or whatever.
Yeah, the chicken rollers are pretty good.
Diarrhea fuel.
The Philly cheesesteak rollers from 7-Eleven. Bangers. The Rancid video
Anyway,
is
should we-
actually insufferable. I'm sorry, an hour and a half of Rancid album that are mediocre
Huh.
or subpar. Damn, okay. Well, Murderholic's throwing shade for a
Oof.
Mustard Plug fan. So,
Should we-
throwing
should
rocks
we
in the
just-
glass house here.
Should we one up the Rancid video and talk for the next hour and a half about mediocre ska albums? Perhaps these are not
Yes,
mediocre though,
perhaps.
for the most part.
Yeah.
All right, well,
One more real quick. Guys, these are here. The thing is so small,
Yes.
but the shirts that Seth made for us are here. The company actually gave me some white ones too. They're 50% off if you're a Discord member. So if you want one, there's a link somewhere. Maybe in the bio. Maybe I forgot it.
Murderholic says, how many are left? I might get one. I think there's all of them still
Yeah.
left. 'Cause-
Yeah, I just got them today, so there's plenty left. Except the white ones, there's like one of each color, one of each size. That's it.
Okay.
But yeah,
You're supposed to say that they're selling like crazy and there's barely any left, and you guys should go buy them.
You got to go
'Cause they're
now.
gonna
They're
run
selling
out.
like hotcakes.
hmm
Yeah, like that.
I mean, it's such an original design. You've never seen a parody of the Rancid shirt before, so
4 things in one.
yeah.
The Rancid shirt.
It's pretty
Or,
Ramones.
Ramones.
Is there even any Rancid in there?
No Ramones? We were just talking about Rancid, so I got mixed up. It's been a long
John drank
day.
a little too much
Linda
water.
Ramone is gonna sue the fuck out of you.
All right.
The last remaining Ramone.
Should we get started with these albums or what?
We 100% should.
Perhaps.
Are you guys ready? Are we ready? Let's go. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, put it up, put it up. All right.
All
Let's
right,
do it.
video's over. Thanks for watching, guys.
Split it up. All right, sorry.
One of these days, I'm gonna learn how to do that. But maybe
It's
not.
all the
I don't know if I want to do it, but
We should have a video of John practicing doing that. Make a short.
all right. But let's get into it. Jacob's ready to pick his favorite mediocre ska album. So am I. We were just talking how we're 3 episodes in and I already hate ska. I'm gonna be honest. I've had enough, and we've got 2 more episodes after this. But I'll go first. I kind of like the flow, so we don't have to worry about it. But up first matchup of the night, Streetlight Manifesto. Everything goes numb against the AQUABATS Fury of the AQUABATS. It has been rough. I'm glad people are agreeing with us. This is a lot of ska, a lot of trumpets, a lot of frantic, stressful music. I texted Dylan today because I feel like Streetlight is one of those bands where we're supposed to like them. I told them they're like the Dream Theater of punk. It's just it's a lot going on, and I never really been a huge fan. It's very frantic. But against them is the AQUABATS, and aside from the collection, the Myths Legends, there's not a lot of songs I like by the AQUABATS. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny for 16, 17, 18 songs. So I think I'm going to go Streetlight here, but I really don't love either of these
Thank
albums.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was, what the hell, John?
It was long-winded, but yeah, I'm going Streetlight.
All right, all right. So let me get the poll going. Am I up next, or are we going
Yes.
straight down the line?
We'll go straight down.
All right.
Who sucks
All
worse?
right.
That's what Doug said.
Well, I will say this: if there was no people in the world who hated AQUABATS, Fury of the AQUABATS, then just know I am dead. I'm dead. I'm not alive. I hate this record. It's awful. It's like kid show theme song music.
It is.
For 16 songs, and I guess I know. Apparently, they're trying to get their own kid show at some point? Was that like one of their
I think they
goals
do.
to get like
Yo
an
Gabba
actual
Gabba.
television-
He made
Yeah.
he
Did
made
they?
Yo Gabba Gabba. Yeah,
Oh, that's them. They made Yo
Yeah.
Gabba Gabba.
well, it's
I didn't even know
Christian or
that.
Whatever, the lead guy.
I didn't even know that. Well, that makes a lot of sense. This is awful though. Like I feel like Fury of the Aquabats is this is the only record that we've come across that I tapped out at like 7 songs. Like I couldn't do it anymore. I could not listen to the way he sings is obnoxious. And I'm not gonna roast it for too long. I'm sure some people absolutely love this album. They think it's funny. I found nothing funny about it. I was depressed after listening to it. But I mean, the Streetlight album, I've listened to this thing front to back so many times. I think it's an amazing record. So, I mean, it is kind of like maybe you're supposed to like it, but I actually do like it. I actually do love this record. I think the horns are just like some of the best that you have in ska. I think it's like I feel like the long songs on this are done well, where it's not just repeating the same thing over and over again. There's lots of dynamic stuff going on. There's lots of build-ups and slowdowns, and you burst back in with some chaotic energy into the chorus. I mean, there's so many amazing songs on it. Point, counterpoint. The intro track is one of the best intro tracks. We Are the Few is a great song. But I'm going with the Streetlight album all day over the Aquabats. And sorry, I had to let it out a little bit. I had to listen to this album. It was horrible. But sorry, go ahead, Dylan. Let me start the poll.
Listen, I don't like things that are popular. I like Pepsi, and I don't know. I don't like winners, and too many people like Streetlight Manifesto, and I think they're overrated. And it's too busy, and it's like when they write a song, it's like, how fast can we make it? How many words can I fit into this chorus, and how many notes can I fit in this horn line? And I'm not about it. I don't like it. It's too try hard. It's obnoxious. It's grating. It lacks musicality. That being said, I don't like the Aquabats either, so I'll vote for Streetlight.
Okay, Lewis.
Yeah,
That was perfect.
it's gonna be a clean sweep. I mean, we don't need to throw more shit at the Aquabats. I hate this record too. I do like
my
some
God.
Aquabats. I like Myths Legends. We talked about that one already. It did not make did not pass the mustard here. We got. I think Charge is a better record than this one.
Yeah.
Maybe that's blasphemy, but this record is not very good. This Streetlight record, I'm with you, Elliot. I'm not picking it just because it's slightly better. I think this is a really great record. I think Streetlight rocks. I get that they're complex, I guess, and maybe overly so, but I don't know. This guy has a vision and he's kind of doing it. I like Bandits of the Acoustic Revolution too, whatever. So all good shit. So I like Streetlight. Let's get him going.
The Jack White of ska, dude, blows so much fucking smoke up his own ass. It's unbelievable.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah,
Deserved though. Keep blowing smoke up his ass.
he might just appear on this list in another turn or two as well. So he's back.
Jack White?
But let's
Jack
see
White
what
of ska.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
No, we're
We'll
fine.
see. But let's go to the chat here, and it is actually with 21 votes. It is tied. Streetlight. Oh no, Streetlight is now ahead. 52%, Aquabats 48%, but is very, very close. So a lot of people really like kid show music. So a lot of people like the intro theme song to a Nickelodeon Junior show. But I'm sorry, I'll stop there. We'll end it there. We'll read.
WB kids.
I know. We'll read what they have to say. Let's see here. We've got Richard who says Ergoff loves funny bands. I do. I love funny bands who are funny. They're always great.
This album though, Elliot, this was produced by Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon, though, right?
I feel like it was. Bible Dump Podcast has so many skips on that Streetlight album. I disagree.
Yeah.
Blair McCracken says, I don't know if it was that other Streetlight album, Easy Win. Murderholic says, wow, Ergoth. So, Immortal Chorus is Travis Barker, finest album.
I forgot he's on this one. I love that everybody's calling him Travis Baker. I don't know if that's on purpose or what.
I don't know
three
who it is.
times.
Immortal Coral says Elliot is so mature.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. I'm sorry. I grew up I don't like fun. I'm anti-fun. If you're a funny band, if you dress in a costume, unless you're Gore. So
I will say that the Aquabats put on a good
rules.
show, a good live show.
Yeah.
It was
dude,
really
I
fun.
guarantee you, I would have a blast at an
Yeah.
Aquabats concert. It was misery listening to it while I was driving around doing jobs. I would go to an Aquabat concert, a heartbeat. I'll have a great time. I'll say that.
It's like great
But we'll-
music if you're like continuously like like rolling down a hill or something. You know what I mean? Or something comical is happening to you, then it's fun. But like
It
just
is.
in
Slipping off
ordinary
banana
life,
peel.
it doesn't fit. I can't
Yeah.
relate to it as a soundtrack. It's too silly.
No, definitely not. I'm not a cartoon character. I'm a real person. All right,
Alright.
we'll go to the next one here, and I'm starting this off, right?
Yes.
All right. I'll say this about the Real Big Fish album. If you looked up in the dictionary product of its time, there would be three things. It would be Heelys, it would be Tang, and it would be Turn Off the Radio by Real Big Fish. It is definitely a product of its time, and I didn't particularly enjoy it. I feel like the best tracks on Turn Off the Radio are the popular tracks. Sell Out is a jam. It's a good song. I really liked Everything Sucks is really good. And Beer, of course, is a great song as well. But She Has a Girlfriend Now and Snoop Dogg Baby are like I horrible. I hated it. That said, it's up against probably one of the most boring records I've ever listened to in my life, which is the Dance Hall Crashers. And I'm going to be real. I just could not get into it. I wanted to like it more than the Real Big Fish record because the Real Big Fish record put like a bad taste in my mouth, but I really can't pick the Dance Hall Crashers record. I can't remember a single melody, a single tune on it, and I'm sorry to say. But I'll go with Real Big Fish, Turn Off the Radio. And we'll go to Dylan.
Turn the Radio Off is the title of the album with an exclamation point.
What did I say?
Turn off the radio.
Oh, sorry.
Unacceptable, disqualified. Real Big Fish gets my vote here. This is not the best Real Big Fish album. We'll discuss that one later. But it is a superior album in this scenario. The best song is not a ska song. It's Nothing.
Lewis, go ahead.
I don't know. I might be having spectrum issues here, but I'll try my best.
Okay, yeah, you're
This
good.
is a classic. Yeah, this is a classic Real Big Fish record. I love this record. So I don't agree with any of the negativity that's been spewed at it. I like most of the songs on here. I know all of these songs from front to back. And I didn't like the Dance Hall Crashers, so I'm going Real Big Fish. So I love this record. It's all-timer. John's seen me sing about half these records, half this record when we saw them in Canada, I think. So
I'll say that the songs I liked, I thought were really good. I just didn't like a lot of them. So
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Well,
I think yeah, go ahead, John. Sorry.
I was gonna say let's shout out El Duderino, who's wearing his Real Big Fish shirt as we speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's 241 Slept On, incredible horn work. I agree with Dylan. I think Nothing's a banger.
I changed my pick. Join the Club might be better.
Okay.
That is a ska song.
This is my first time listening to this Dance Hall Crashers record. I didn't hate it. But I think I'm gonna go with Real Big Fish also. Lewis is the biggest Real Big Fish fan I know. I'm not quite on that level. I think this is like number 3 of their albums for me, but I still like it better than the Dance Hall Crashers. So let's make it 4.
Clean sweep.
Yeah, let's see what the chat is up
All
to
right.
though.
And I will say I've seen Real Big Fish live twice, and a great time. I'll say that.
They're
Real
the
Big Fish
only
live is
band.
amazing.
They're the only band that I don't get tired of like their shtick. It's every show. It's like the same exact. It's like here's a song, and then they just start playing. They don't.
Yeah, I remember they
don't know.
came out and he was just like, "Hey, everybody, you're ready to party?" And they just started playing. It was great. I loved it. But the chat says Real Big Fish 73%, Dance Hall's Crasher 27%. So most people are on the Real Big Fish side. Let's see what the chat has to say here real quick. We already read El Deuterino. Immortal Coil says Snoop Doggy Dog. Nick Killer says can't vote for either of these. I don't know why.
I mean, you don't really have a choice, buddy.
Either loves them both or hates them both. Murderholic says the good songs are good and the lows are fucking low. I
Yeah,
agree. That's how I
true.
felt. But we'll move on to the next one here, and we'll start with Dylan. Dylan,
This is a good one.
yeah, Life Won't Wait versus Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
I don't think the Rancid album should be here. It's
That's
not a
fair.
ska album. I saw a lot of people saying this is like the best album of all time. No, that's wrong also. Let's face it, the Boss Tones are gonna move on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lewis, what do you got to say about this?
He has both of the records.
I
by
like
the
Life
way.
Won't Wait. It is. I do. Life Won't Wait is
does.
way overrated, though. It's a good record.
Is it overrated?
Yeah. You don't think
Really?
Life Won't Wait is
There's been a lot of rose-colored.
I don't know.
about
I
this
feel like
recently.
I haven't heard a lot of people talk about Life Won't Wait as much as other records, but maybe.
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean, maybe it's our friend group because Matt was always jizzing
Yeah.
in his pants about this album. So that's probably my colored language of it. Or people look at it as something more artistic than the other stuff Rancid has done. So at least in my opinion, it's pretty boring, a lot of it. I think there's a lot of great songs on here. I think Hoover Street's excellent, Blood Clot, Life Won't Wait. I mean, I like a lot of the B-sides too. But, I mean, it's the Boss Tones record. It's got to be. It's a classic. It defines like half of my childhood watching HBO and seeing Clueless for like the first time. So yeah, let's go with Boss Tones.
All right.
Okay, John.
I have like a conundrum here because I definitely like Life Won't Wait better, but let's face it, it's a better ska album. So
That's true. That's how I felt. That was literally my conundrum too.
yeah,
So
like I like Life Won't Wait way better than I like Let's
Yeah.
Face It. But Dylan's got I mean, I feel like we asked the chat if this should be
we
considered.
asked the chat if this should be here, and it was it. So I mean, it's here. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean
but fuck
it's
those guys.
it's here, so I'm playing by the rules. I'm gonna vote for Life Won't Wait. I like this album, and I'm casting my vote for Matt, who picked this
All
I
right.
think number 2 overall in the Epitaph draft and declared it the best record on Epitaph. So let's let's do it for
This
Matt.
is an offensive display of metagaming, ladies and gentlemen.
this is
Voting
the opposite
for-
of it's the opposite of metagame because we're between two records. John was gonna metagame because one record was more ska than the other.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, this is
anti-metagaming by
macro
John.
gaming.
Yeah.
I'd
This
like
is-
to also draw a hot take. This is Rancid's Sandinista. They tried to make Sandinista. They did it better. I feel like this is better than the Clash album, Sandinista. But it's not a ska album. I'm sorry. It's just not.
Well,
I think that
mean-
their biggest ska songs are on Out Come the Wolves. Time
the
Bomb.
Hooligans is a ska song. Life Won't Wait is a ska song.
Eh.
There's a bunch of ska songs on here, but I mean, Life Won't Wait is. I think it's a great Rancid record. I think it's not one that I would recommend like individual songs to. I'd always listen to it as a full album, so it's not one I revisit a lot. In my mind, it is sometimes. I feel like it's Rancid's magnum opus, but other times I feel like it's over bloated and it's harder to listen to. And I re-listened to his Boss Tones record because I had this when I was younger, and I always was. Later in life, I was kind of like whatever about it, but I actually think it's a pretty good ska punk record. I liked a lot of the songs on it. Really brought back memories. The Rascal King, Royal Oil. The Bug That Bit Me, Numbered Days, like a lot of songs. Like the melodies were stuck in my head from like 10 years ago when I last listened to it. They're like still there, very present. But I'm gonna go with John because I do think Life Won't Wait is the better
Wow.
record overall,
So
and it is here, so we got to vote for it. and we
Blair's
gotta go
making
to-
Blair's making a great point in the chat, by the way. Nobody had beef with
What?
Op Ivy. And
That's true.
To
No one had
me,
beef with-
to
I
me,
didn't want him there.
This is the spiritual
You
successor.
were
to
taking
me.
his comment out of context.
I'm putting it
said,
in
"I
my own
agree."
context. This is my own
He said,
context.
I accepted Operation Ivy, but yeah, he's so He does not
Also-
agree this should be here.
I mean, it is here though.
It is here. You guys asked for it. And Coppers is like an awesome ending
Yes.
track as well. But let's go to the chat. And the chat is at 24 votes, and it is tied. Literally
Oh wow.
50. So the first person to break the tie is going to... Someone has power. We have 31 viewers watching. We need one vote to break the tie. You have the power to change the outcome of history, the outcome of the stream.
These are
the
two
outcome of our
big
friendship.
albums. Somebody can eliminate one of the favorites
Yeah,
right now.
so someone's got to vote. It's actually still tied. So we got to have 25.
Tim Armstrong in the chat.
It's 12-12. Man. So, yeah, is there Tim Armstrong in the chat? Is Tim
Life
Armstrong?
won't
Oh,
wait.
there it is.
Life won't
Life
wait.
won't
It
wait.
changed. And Life Won't Wait has won.
Wow.
Dan says put them both through.
You fucking assholes, man. At least this isn't the
Yeah.
best Lost Zones album.
Stephen White says Life Won't Wait has way more ska than Goldfinger's self-titled. That's actually true. I didn't realize
That is
how little.
100% accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else people are saying. Richard says Dickie Barrett's COVID brain for the win. El Dunarino says second album ever bought as a kid after seeing them in Clueless. I haven't watched Clueless yet, so it's like on my watch list.
Yeah, it came out like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Blair says I agree that Rancid is not that ska. I accepted Op Ivy, but yeah. We
Yeah,
got a
that's
but
the
yeah
comment
from
somebody took out of
Blair.
context.
Everybody's
So John
entitled to
did
their own
manipulate in
interpretation.
his favor, which I agree
Yeah.
with. We should always do.
Yeah.
That. So, all right, let's go.
This
to the
isn't a
next
reading
one here, which is
comprehension channel. This is a
Yeah. I'm great at pronouncing words. John's great at misinterpreting.
I'm great at
sentences.
reading things and making them to my argument, regardless of if they
All
are
right.
or not.
All right, go ahead, Lewis. This is straight up a good one for you to start
Yeah.
with too. You're holding up. He's holding up his records. He's showing. He's a true fan of both.
I do love both of these records. I've had these ones since I was a tot. This is the Catch-22 I got years ago. And then the fun fact, the back of the choking victim, the two dead men here. John, do you remember? If you wear this shirt at Disney World, they will not let you in. Do you remember
Yes,
that?
I
That
remember.
was, yeah, I was not allowed into Disney World wearing that shirt. So,
Really?
yeah, they made me turn it inside out, and then we ruined people's photos all day. It was a really good trip. But I mean, this is a really excellent matchup.
Yeah.
Catch-22, KEASBEY Nights
Yeah, this is fire, matchup, dude.
a seminal record, like so good. Almost every track is pretty much nonstop good. A little less complicated than Streetlight, so I think even John and Dylan might like
even
it.
John should be able to
Mhm.
appreciate this one.
I do.
But I gotta follow my heart on this one. I
What's your-
love this. Yeah, I love the Catch-22, but the Choking Victim record was so
Oh my
influential for me
gosh.
getting into whole different records. So I'm going Choking Victim for the little fella that lives under my arm. He's right here. He's also on the album cover. So
His
we're going No Gods, No Managers.
his blackened, crust-covered heart has chosen Choking Victim. So
Yeah. This is a great matchup.
yeah, it is.
So, yeah, I like this. I like this Catch-22 album a lot more than I like Streetlight. And I remember like they're from Jersey. Well, we got a Jersey band and a New York band. So, Lewis, I can't even count how many times we saw Catch-22 on the KEASBEY Nights tour. Like I feel like it was constantly. So, I've got like lots of memories of Dear Sergio and Title Track. 9mm is a great song. But gun to my head, I don't even need a gun to my head. The No Gods No Managers better. It's a better record. I'm going with Lewis. I'm going with the Victim. Choking Victim 2-0 down to Elliot.
Yeah, this is I'm deeply familiar with both these records. I've listened to them front to back many times. These are both like around the same time they both came out as well. And I feel like they're like two different branching paths of like a next kind of like their own subgenres they kind of created and stuff like that here. So these are two very important records. But Choking Victim a little more. I mean, Choking Victim subgenre consists of basically a bunch of bands no one has heard of except for me or Lewis. But Streetlight, I love Streetlight, and this Catch-22 album it's definitely more succinct and to the point. I love how the snare sounds on it, the snappiness of it. I always love the lyrics and the melodies, and I think it's a great track. And the Choking Victim, I had so many memories of that record from Crack Rock Steady, singing these songs with like all my friends, like 500 Channels, Crack Rock Steady, Money, just a Five Finger Discount is an absolute banger on there. But I'll say I just feel like you can't not have Catch-22 Keasbey Night in the final 16. I just feel like it, and I feel like if this was like something different, Choking Victim would edge it, but just slightly. I'm going with Catch-22 here. So
Roller
Keasbey Nights
coaster.
all the way. I know. Sorry, I rambled there for a second, but I'm going Catch-22.
I had no idea where that was going to land.
Yeah.
And we're going. We're going down to Dylan.
I'm in a bit of a catch-22 here because I shit on Thomas Kalnoki or whatever the fuck his name is for like 10 minutes. But I think it's a better record. It's more listenable. It's more ska. It's more enjoyable than anything Streetlight has ever done, including the re-recording of the record. And yes, and part of that's because it's more basic and less. I feel like he didn't believe his own hype too much at this point. So yes, Catch-22 gets my vote. I'll put it up to the chat.
All right, so let's
It's
take
tied
a peek
again.
over, and we are 50-50
taking it.
again.
This is
We're at
wild.
20.
You guys need to make some decisions here.
Catch-22. It has to be there, guys. Like it's
You can
insane.
change
I mean,
your
like
votes,
Choking
I
Victim's
think.
like an incredible.
Come on,
record, but,
Choking
like,
Victim
Catch-22
sounds
for the ska
Choking
punk
Victim
record,
sounds so
you
much
need
different than
Keasbey
every
Nights
other
there.
album on here. We have enough bands that sound like Catch-22 in the bracket.
Different
There is
isn't
no
always
other
better.
band that sounds like Catch-22. Against All Authorities on
Streetlight
here.
Manifesto.
Yeah. Well, other than Streetlight,
Yeah.
still the same band.
Those guys sound suspiciously like them.
I mean, 500 Channels is absolute banger. I agree with that. But you got Dear Sergio. You've got Giving Up, Giving In.
Do it for
Fighting the
Disney
Fourth
World.
Wave, Super Nothing. 9mm in a
Do it for
3-piece
Disney.
suit.
Yeah. Do it for Disney World, guys.
We need
do
one
it
more
do it
vote.
for
This is
young
crazy.
Lewis.
One more vote will change the outcome of Please Be Catch-22. So, like, it has to be there. It has to be in the top.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
I
it
won't,
so
I won't
tied?
be.
Catch-22
too-
wins. Catch-22
Catch-22
wins.
just won.
Come on, guys.
Well, thank you, voter 27. I mean, I can't say I would love to Choking Victim to move on. If we were doing like a crust punk, street punk one, I feel like Choking Victim would dominate the whole thing. So
I will continue to lobby for the losers bracket.
I don't know how we do that, Dylan.
My case grows stronger every day.
You set up how we do the losers bracket, and we'll do it.
Okay, never mind. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
I'm not listening to any more ska after this. For like at least 6 months.
All right, which is so Bible Dump. Let's go to the people here. What are the people saying? Bible Dump podcast says, "What? This is unbelievable." Downwards Everywhere says, "Come on." So many more memorable songs from CV. I mean,
Yes.
I feel like they're pretty equal.
It's a travesty.
Doug
I
Lachelle
agree.
says, "Do it for Disney World."
I love that. Oh,
Lake
by the
Nipfring
way,
says, "No crack, no crust. Quit Catch-22 for the win."
Doug is giving away a T-shirt in the finale, just so I don't forget.
Doug.
So shout out to Doug.
Lachelle?
He's gonna give away a T-shirt
out.
on the finale, just so
A
remind me,
valued-
because I will forget.
I'll remind you. I'll remind you.
Doug,
So, value member of the Discord, Doug.
Mhm.
So, hell yeah, thanks, Doug. Do losers bracket using the Fat Wreck and the Ska bracket losers. We can listen to all the Joey Cape records again and all the Ska
Oh,
records
God,
we didn't
no.
like as much.
The only losers will be
Yeah.
us then.
But let's move on, and we're going to John. And John, you're starting us off with this one right here. So let's rock it out.
Okay. Man,
We got Mustard Plug and Goldfinger. Good. This is also a good match.
this is a good
I feel
one.
like. Yeah.
Goldfinger getting a lot of hate in this chat before the album even came.
Yeah, they're saying it's not a ska record.
I love this Goldfinger album. I love Stomping Ground. I think that Open Your Eyes has some decent tracks. I'm a Goldfinger fan, guys. I know they're getting hate in the chat. My favorite Mustard Plug album was eliminated on Friday, which is In Black and White. But this album is pretty good. But with that said, I mean, I'm going Goldfinger. I don't think they're going to pull it off based on what you guys have said, but this is a great record. Maybe not super ska, but it's here. I'm voting based on the albums that are here, which is the name of the game, and I like Goldfinger better. If this was in black and white, I'd go the other way, but Goldfinger self-title, let's do it. 1-0.
All right. Well, you can make that 2-0, John.
Damn.
I'm also going with Goldfinger self-titled. Even though it's way less of a ska punk record than I remembered, it's just more enjoyable. Maybe because it's way less of a ska punk record than I remember, but I think it's like a lot of great songs on this where I feel like there was only a few songs that really stood out on Evil's Doer Beware. Now, I've seen Mustard Plug live a couple times, and an amazing live performance. All these ska bands do great live shows.
Yeah.
Ska shows are like some of the most fun shows to go to. But, I mean, one of my favorite Goldfinger songs, Anxiety, is on here. I think that song is so good. Here in Your Bedroom is so good. Miles Away, Pictures. And the Mustard Plug one, I mean, there's a song about a box. I feel like obviously
Another
Beer is a
beer
great
song.
song. Miss Michigan, yeah, is a all right song. But yeah, we're going with Goldfinger. And Dylan, what do you got to say?
What's that? You Never Told Me. It's another good song. We'll go with Goldfinger.
Wow.
Make it 3-0. I think
Damn.
the record. I think it's ska enough. You mentioned the snare on the Catch-22 album. I'm kind of
It's good on
torn.
this
I
as well.
can't tell. I can't tell if I like this or not. Like it's somewhere between, like a punk snare and the Saint Anger snare. I really don't know what to think of it, but it works somehow.
It
But,
works better than on Saint Anger.
Yeah. Yeah. Goldfinger. I'll go with Goldfinger.
All right, Lewis.
Oh. Yeah, looks like the chat is going to be maybe upset because I think it's going to be a clean sweep for Goldfinger as well. I mean, I think this is a pretty good Mustard Plug record. I'm with John. Black and White would have definitely beat this one. This is a fine Goldfinger record. We saw this a bunch of times, and even any of my issues that I might have with Goldfinger, this is definitely a well-polished and listenable record. I'm still like haunted though from their live show when they used to eat the Twinkies out of each other's asses and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to hate
Wait,
that.
What?
So
That
yeah,
that was a
they
thing?
did
Yes.
that in a couple
Aaron's
shows.
ass.
Yeah, I hate-
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah,
some jackass shit right there. For real.
I mean, you know, we were like tots, and it's like it's burned into my memory forever. But yeah, I'm gonna still
Alright.
give them the benefit of the doubt because this one has a lot of bangers on it. It's a good record. So 4-0 for Goldfinger.
I remember like
All right.
John Feldman, he used to like climb the amps and jump off like 10 times a show. He was a maniac way back then. They put on a killer show.
Cocaine.
Yeah, eating Twinkies out of each other's ass, apparently. I did not know that. Never watched
Yeah.
Goldfinger live footage.
He would
So-
jump off like a full stack. It was
Maybe
pretty-
that's on. Maybe the show's on Pornhub or something. I missed
Watch.
it on YouTube.
Don't they have this like that? The show must go
yeah,
off.
the kung fu thing they have. Yeah.
Yeah. Goldfinger has one of those. They were still
Alright.
doing the Twinkie bit as recently as 2012, I think. So
Jesus, that's crazy.
There's a lot of miles on that ass. by 2012. That's pretty bad.
well, they kicked Darren out of the band, so I don't know.
Maybe
if
they
still doing
stopped
or
it
not.
once Hostess went like bankrupt for like a month, and there
Once
was no Twinkies.
once
in the
Mike
store.
Herrera joined the band, you can't.
Yeah.
Good Christian boy can't be doing that anymore.
Yeah, he's like, look, no more Twinkies in the butt, or I'm not joining the band. But let's go
It's
to the
fair.
chat, and the chat was, I think, there it is, 52% Goldfinger, 47% Mustard Plug, so incredibly close. I expected that to be, honestly, split maybe between us. I didn't expect everyone to go Goldfinger. So
I thought I was gonna be.
Murder-
I thought I was gonna be alone with Goldfinger based on the.
Yeah, I know, and everyone. So Murderholic says, I don't even really like Goldfinger.
I think they have a lot more mass appeal.
Yeah.
Mustard Plug is
certainly do,
a good
yeah.
band, but they don't have like the national appeal that Goldfinger does. I don't think
The
the Tony
Bible
Hawk
Dog-
bump.
But yeah, I mean, Superman's a banger, but Bible Dumb Podcast says, is that what a Goldfinger is? I think he's referring to the Twinkies.
Perhaps
That makes sense.
It might be.
Might be. That's why they do
the
Twinkies.
the
It's like a
Twinkie eating
Goldfinger.
predated the band. I guess they
Yeah.
just hung out and ate Twinkies out of Darren's ass all day, and then they decided to make a band.
I never thought about that.
Just
Maybe that's why they do it.
That's what bros do when they get together, guys. I don't know what's weird about that.
This is what it's what we do after we end the call.
Oh my god.
After we end the stream, it's just Twinkies. Dylan brings out the Twinkie box, and all right, we'll move to the next band here. We've got
these are two of my
Both
picks.
yours.
Yeah, these are two of my picks.
You've picked Abra Ska Dabra.
Abracadabra.
Abra
Had to search it up.
Ska Dabra.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Abracadabra.
Abra Skadabra.
There you go.
So I will say, already losing points for the ska pun name, but the band is pretty good, to be honest. I've never really listened to either one of these. These are two John picks, and John's kind of just picking fire here so far, because I really liked both of these bands. I thought Abra Ska Dabra they're a pretty good pop punk ska band. Like, I thought it was pretty solid. There was nothing I really disliked about it. I will say the Cap Down kind of fucks, dude.
Yeah.
Cap Down goes in. Like, I was like really impressed with Cap Down. I liked it. At first, I listened to it, and the first two songs, I was like, this isn't even a ska record, John. He just picked us like a hardcore skate punk record or something like that. But then Ska War starts, and all the ska starts coming in. And I will say, one of my favorite songs is the final track, Bitches in Nike Shoes. The ska bands need to do this some more. We need to incorporate random ska, hip-hop, rap songs into their stuff. I liked it. I thought it was actually, like, maybe it was a parody, but I actually thought it was kind of dope. So I'm going with Cap Down. I thought Cap Down went hard. So Cap Down for me. Let me start the poll here. Dylan.
I am down with the Cap, and I'm voting for Cap Down. The drum roll at the beginning of Ska Wars, that's like the Superman one, isn't it? Kind of.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Sued by John Feldman.
This might have, I think they came out the same year. It's close.
2006 it says. I thought the Goldfinger album was way earlier than that.
I don't think this was 2000s. I could be wrong. I thought it was before
Spotify
that.
says 2006. Maybe it was just a reissue or something.
Somebody could fact check us.
Spotify's sometimes will put the reissue date or whatever.
Yes. Who are you picking?
Yeah.
It's like Cap Down.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
2000. It came out in 2000.
All right. Yeah,
So,
I knew it was.
a few
I
years later.
knew I was in high school. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, maybe sued by John.
John,
Feldman.
Abracadabra, they're from Brazil, right, or something?
Yes, sir.
Brazil.
Yeah, I'm wondering, do they have like the same charm like around the lyrics that like Millencolin does? Like, I kind
think
of
so,
love
yeah.
foreign bands that sing in English. Yeah, it's good stuff. But it wasn't that great. It was okay. This Cap Down record fucks, as Elliot says. You might even let it give you the gold finger. You don't know, but
I let Cap Down give me the gold finger.
yeah, I've never heard this record. I don't know how, because it's like right up my alley. So I'm definitely going to be spending some time with this one. No hate on the Abracadabra. It's a little bit poppy. It was fine though. But yeah, Cap Down definitely rules. For all the things said, it was really good. So
Is it 3-0?
was on-
Did you like Bitches in Nike Shoes?
that's going to be my wedding song when I finally get it done. So.
This album was on NME Magazine's top 100 greatest albums of the decade.
Cap Down?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. John, what do you have to say about the two bands you picked?
Yeah, so I mean, Cap Down's gonna take it by virtue of everything else happening right now. But Abracadabra recorded a new album with Raj from Less Than Jake at the Moat House earlier this year. So
Yeah, they did.
keep an eye out for that. I think it's gonna come out in November, and it's gonna rock because this album rocks. Not Going Back is my favorite song from here, but I mean, what's already been said about Cap Down? It rips. They have a bunch of I think at least 3 records. So if you don't know them, go check it out. This album rips, and Cap Down's gonna move on.
Okay. And the chat is 92% cap down.
Damn.
8%
Oh boy.
Abracadabra. And that's what they get for, making a ska pun band name. And so you just can't go far.
Scatolites, whatever.
Yeah.
I
what's
especially
the other
like
one?
it when it's like they force it in there to like you would never say sodalite, but it's scotolite. Like what the fuck is that?
I
man?
saw
Give
one
me a
that was like
break.
super lazy. It like wasn't even close. They had ska in the name. But let's see what the people are saying.
Everyone's favorite.
Oh,
What does that
where
mean?
is it?
Nobody knows.
Let's see here. Downward everyone says Elliot doesn't like magic. I don't like magic or fun. Dan Price.
I will say it's
says
one of the
cap
more
down
clever
Star Wars.
puns I've seen.
Really?
Yeah, usually they're very shitty.
I like the band
Richard-
name.
Richard says, I'm sending one person from the chat on an all-expense paid trip to Disneyland with Lewis. Must wear a choking victim shirt. So, Lewis,
Better yet, I'll wear that choking victim shirt because I still have it. So we will.
Dang.
It has seen many years of yard work now and has no sleeves, but it's looking pretty good.
Can we
smells like,
tell the story? The full story of that evening or that day? So Lewis was wearing his choking victim shirt. He flipped it inside out, and our whole thing we were doing during the day was riding the rides and then do. How do I say this delicately?
Doing cocaine?
No.
No.
Okay.
Every time we knew we were going to be photographed, we did something funny, and most of them involved like looking like John was blowing his load all over the place. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
right.
But I have the
tell
pictures.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. We come down and like a father and his daughter are looking at their photo, and she's like, "Dad, can we get it?" And he's like, "No, we can't." They just walked away. Good stuff.
Oh my god. Yeah, but Lewis, you're now going to Disney with Doug. It looks like.
yeah, you're
I
going to
guess
Disneyland with
let's
Doug,
do it.
so maybe Doug can come
Yeah.
in the roller coaster.
Literally or
video.
figuratively.
Whatever he wants, I'm not gonna tell him what to do.
Yeah, I'll
But
put the
we'll
pictures
go-
I'll put the pictures in the Discord. I have at least 2 of them.
That's pretty good.
This is from winter 2012, I believe.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
But we'll
where
go
are we?
to Dylan here for a Link 80 here versus
The
what is it?
pickle.
Link 80 versus Skankin' Pickle. And what do you have to say, Dylan?
Buzzed everywhere.
With this, Link 80 was released on Asian Man 2, right? So
Yeah.
another instance of Asian Man versus Asian Man. Link 80 is gonna get my vote. Get my vote.
When will
though.
the Brother Wars end?
I don't know. I don't know. Too many good Asian Man records. Link 80 by a mile, though.
Lewis, you're getting
Okay.
love in the chat for the records, by the way.
I know, I'm trying. I
Yeah.
had a lot of these ones, so it was just handy, and it's appropriate. I think I picked Skankin' Pickle. I don't remember if I picked 17 Reasons, but I would have if no one else did. So, yeah, but it's
I
not
think
even
the
close
chat
to me, too.
did.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. No, I don't think so. We would have got to Link 80 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but maybe.
One of us
But-
would have picked
But
it.
Link 80, yeah, Link 80's. This was a classic record. I love this record. Just re-released on vinyl, so you guys should pick it up from Asian Man if they still have it in press. But fantastic record. All of the subsequent ones without Nick Trainer are not as good. They're okay. This one is a classic. I saw somebody earlier said they got to see them one of their first live shows. That would have been a dream for me. I would have loved to have seen them, but I was 12 or something when he was
Yeah.
still in the band, so wouldn't have worked out. So, but yeah, Link 80 over the pickle here.
Yeah.
All right, John.
This if I mean, I think this was the first skacore album I ever heard. So I remember hearing it and being like, "What the hell?" I was just blown away. And this was, I think, after Nick had already passed away. So then I remember we all got into the Knowledge record. That's also really good. This Skankin' Pickle, this was my first time really listening to the whole thing, and I thought it was decent. But I mean, it's got to be Link 80. And I know I see people in the Discord talk about them, but Omnigon has members of Link 80, and they have a new record coming out this summer. The first single is really good. So Link 80 fans, go check out Omnigon if you haven't heard them. But yeah, it's gonna be 2-0 Link 80.
All right. Well, I agree with Jacob Willis. Link 80 fucks. Link 80 fucks. And Lewis was actually the one to tell me to listen to Link. I never listened to him before. And Lewis was like, you got to listen to Link 80 in the Discord. I listened to him, and now we're doing this bracket here. And I agree with Murderholics. I think Ska Funk Rasta Punk by Skanking Pickle is their best record. It's a better record than the Green Album. But even if that was up against Link 80, it would probably still lose because it's still not that good. But we'll go Link 80. What do you got to say, Dylan?
Oh, Dylan did pick Link 80 already.
Yeah.
Oh, did he? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
he started it.
But,
That's right.
yeah.
He said Asian man on Asian man, hate crime, and then he picked Link
Now that I
80.
think of it, though, I think the Skink and Pickle was on Dill Records.
Very appropriate.
I'm not kidding. Which predates Asian Man.
Yeah.
That might be true. Fun
All
fact
right.
about Link 80, I think the original guitarist, I think, is like, he directed those VHS. He didn't direct them, but he like wrote or acted or something in the VHS movies. Like, he's like in Hollywood now. So, random facts. So, there you go, guys. Go look up his work.
Those
What's the
movies
next
are
matchup,
awesome,
John?
too. Yeah, I like those
Yeah.
movies.
Well, what the chat pick?
Yeah.
Chat was at 89% Link 80, 11% Skankin' Pickle.
You could
Not
have
as
been
big as a
80%.
blowout as before, but Link 90% now. We're gonna end the poll before
Link
it gets any more
90.
ridiculous. So,
Shout out to
Link
the kid
90.
at Goodwill who got my Link 80 hoodie. That I
Yeah.
wish I never donated, but it's out there. So.
You donated to Goodwill?
Oh man, like a bunch of stuff. It was probably worn to shit, but I mean, I donated a whole.
You need to
punk rock
come
starter
down
set.
at my area. I go to Goodwill and I never find any good T-shirts. So, all
All right,
right.
last one, last set here. Let's do it.
Yep.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah. This is. Yeah. Okay. This is a band that none of us could even get the name right. Well, and by that I just mean Elliot. But we have
Look,
the
man,
Eclectics.
I've got a
the
reading
Eclectics.
disorder.
All right. The Eclectics. No, the Eclectrics. No, the Eclectics. With this cat album, I forget what it's called. It was
The
it was
Acatrix.
okay. Yeah, the Acatrix. It was okay. I mean, like, nothing offensive about it, but this is like a monster to go against. This is, I think,
Hold
clearly
on.
the best.
How,
real big...
Lewis, I'm sorry to interrupt. How do you spell the Eclectics here, real quick? I'm trying to do the poll.
Eclectics.
E-C-L-E-C-T-I-C. T-I-C-S. There we go. Okay, we got it. All right, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, we're going up against a monster here. What I think is one of the best ska records ever. It's pretty close in my opinion. It's really high up. This is clearly, I think, the best Real Big Fish record. It rules. I've had this probably since the year it came out. I think I got it when I was scamming Columbia House or whatever I was doing back in the day. Love this record, so I'm going Real Big Fish all day. So.
Yeah, it's the fish versus the cat, and I'm going with the fish. This is the best Real Big Fish album. I never heard of this band, and I'm someone who spends like 20 hours a day listening to not ska, but I guess this group of genres. So it was pretty good. I didn't hate it, but I mean, Why Do They Rock So Hard is awesome. So give me the fish.
All right. Well, I don't know. I didn't 100% see what you guys see in this Real Big Fish record. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe I just don't like Real Big Fish. I'm sorry, Lewis. But it's still enough to be better than the Eclectics, which aren't bad either, but
Yeah.
both aren't really my thing. So, but I'll go with Why Do They Rock So Hard. So,
Yes, Real Big Fish gets my vote for sure. Definitely best album. No bad songs, no filler, no weird shit like Turn the Radio Off. Just fucking bangers.
all right.
What does the chat say?
yeah.
Let's get this to
The
4.
chat is at 73% Real Big Fish, 27% the Eclectics. I'm learning how
those
to
are
read. I'm learning how to enunciate. It's a process.
The ecleuctics.
Yeah, I've been going to a speech therapist, so along with many other therapists. But we'll end the poll right there and see what the chat is saying. Murderholic says no contest.
Yeah.
Crash and Bleed says my grandma fucks. Crash and Bleed always talking about his grandma. So
I know.
someone
I thought it was like genuine at first. We were saying hi to her, but now I'm not sure. Now
I'm not sure. I think someone needs to marry his grandmother.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. El Deuterino says second show I ever saw in 20 years ago with Blair. Thanks. Whoa. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Blair and El Deuterino were at the same show. Apparently, there's some lore. Our chat members are ending up at the same show. It's a beautiful thing. Doug Lachelle says grandmas be fucking. They do be. They do be. So, but all right. This is the end of the first round, right? We're moving on to the finals. Here
We're gonna break it
decide
down
the
to
final
four.
This is gonna get bloody, dude.
Yeah.
All right. This is gonna get bloody.
Look at these matchups we have left.
I know.
Yeah, this is rough.
But I'm gonna grab one more beer and then we'll start it off. I don't know if you guys
I got it.
or you can start it off.
I'll kick it off.
Go ahead. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, my only qualm here is that we've got two Real Big Fish albums, which I don't love. But I can't vote for Streetlight now. I already said I don't really care. I think this album is decent, but I think it's overrated. It's frantic, and it's not really my thing. It's what we have called affectionately or unaffectionately ska. So I think I'm gonna confidently vote for Turn the Radio Off, even though it's not my favorite Real Big Fish. It might not even be in my top 3 Real Big Fish. I'd have to rewatch our tier list, but yeah, I'm gonna go Real Big Fish, Elliot. I feel like it's gonna be me and Dylan versus you and Lewis, I think, but
that's crazy.
We'll see.
All right, let me start the poll here. But this Real Big Fish record, it's not that good, dude. And it's up against I don't know. I understand you don't like it. I understand it's not your thing. It's long, it's chaotic, it's sloppy. It's also like really good. Like A Better Place, A Better Time is like such a great fucking track. It's like there's so many good lines in it. The intro track has some of the best horns I've ever heard. And you're up against something that's like Snoop Doggy Dogg and a bunch of like 90s parody tracks and almost like a joke band. And once again, I hate fun. I hate funny bands. And Why Do You Rock So Hard is definitely a better record than, I'll say, Turn the Radio Off or Turn Off the Radio. I don't know which one it is. Dylan, you correct me when it's your turn. But it's going to be Streetlight Manifesto all day. Like, it's insane to pick this Real Big Fish record over it. I think it's a phenomenal record. I've seen them live so many times, probably because they've toured so much around here, but I have. And friends of mine who don't even really like ska or punk have gotten into this band. Maybe that says something about them, but I think it just shows how universal and accessible and interesting and unique they are. And I'm done. Dylan, go ahead.
Turn the radio off.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Streetlight just doesn't have any feel. It's so rigid and
it is not.
Yeah, it is. It's. When they come for me, I'll be shitting in my pants with a 9mm and a bulletproof vest. No, shut the fuck up, dude. Nobody wants to listen to that shit. Apparently people do though. I don't like them. I really don't like them. I'm sorry. There's no feel. There's no genuine expression of a human emotion.
That is
in
insane.
Streetlight Manifesto.
I feel like you didn't even listen to the record.
I don't like them. Fuck.
It's because
them.
you like funny. What's the genuine expression other than just like haha?
Isn't that what ska's about? Isn't ska about fun?
Yeah, they're no fun.
Yes, this is an evolution.
It's like if a math equation was a fucking song, it would be a Streetlight Manifesto song.
All right.
Choking Victim sings fun stuff, dude. I mean,
Yeah, there's lots of fun songs.
smoke crack, shoot cops, and fun stuff.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't think we're gonna have to go to the. We're not gonna have to go to the chat because I'm going Real Big Fish as well.
This
Damn,
is
what?
insane to me.
What?
This is mad.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I mean, I like this
feel like I'm
Streetlight
high.
record, but I never liked Streetlight as much as I like Catch 22. And this is good. I agree with all of the shitting on that's taken place to an extent. I think they're very good musicians, and I think the records are good. I can totally see the pretentious reading of this, though, and making like it's more high art than it actually is. The Real Big Fish record's a lot of fun. I think it's a classic, and we're gonna pick fun. We're gonna pick fun.
Dude, that is
Streetlight was gonna be called. Yeah, Streetlight was gonna be called No Fun at All, but it was already taken, and now we're going with Real Big Fish.
Damn.
Well, my disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Let's go to the chat. What does the chat have to say? In the chat also is high because they picked this Real Big Fish record over just one of the best Streetlight Manifesto records.
Fun
I'd like
wins.
to offer one more hypothetical simile here. Streetlight is like the nerdy kid who's like acts like he's like smarter than everybody and all that, and then Real Big Fish is like the nerdy kid who's like pretty funny and like everybody like kind of likes him.
No. The
Streetlight's the bully magnet.
Quiet in the corner. All right, he's quiet in the corner.
School shooter.
He's writing
Oh
poetry
God.
in his notebook, and
No,
eventually,
that's choking victim. Actually, sorry.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I don't think Choky Victim is a school shooter, but
And
we
the guy
probably
wrote
should
a song
keep saying the
about
word-
being a school
that
shooter.
word in the stream. You're gonna get John
Yeah,
demonetized
jeez.
by the YouTube
Any
overlords.
any school shooters in the chat?
So Doug says fun wins. I am actually high.
Yeah.
Doug, Agent of
Doug's
Chaos,
the best,
Michelle
yeah.
is in the chat.
Let's-
Crash and bleed. People miss the humor in Choking Victim and Leftover Crack a lot. I mean,
do.
there's
It's true,
some
yeah.
A lot of
obviously
it's tongue in
hyperbole.
cheek. A
And
lot
there's
of it's
some
tongue in
tongue-in-cheek.
cheek, guys.
Like, how many
I-
cops do you think
yeah, of
Stiz has
course.
killed? So,
Numerous.
McD says your day can't be ruined on any of these mid albums. So Spab, not a ska fan, but the Streetlight record is not mid. Real Big Fish record winning is crazy. I'm salty. I'm molding. I'm seething, coping, crying. And let's move on to the next one.
Hey,
Here.
real quick, Unfunfair is in the chat. They're actually that band is really good. What if you're allowed to, if you can post the link, that album's actually really good. The EP that came out, I think it was last year, and it's a brand new song. Guys, you can fix it if I'm doing it wrong. It's like Goblin Circus Ska, something like that. But it's really fun, and thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. They rock in the chat. So shout out right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Obviously, Elliot
Unfunfair.
won't like it. Elliot won't like it.
It's very
It
fun.
says unfun. I will like it. It's the
no
it's
fun, just
Yeah,
mathematical
unfun.
equations.
Yeah, something that's
They're-
not
they're
fun,
trying to
and
learn
serious,
theorems.
and heartfelt, and not a joke, and
Y
in a
equals
better place,
MX
better
plus
time,
B.
a point counterpoint. So when you wake up, everything is going to be fine. I guarantee you'll be in a better place in a better time. Not today. Let's go to the next one. Is it me?
Yes, sir. It's a
Yes,
good one
sir.
too. It's a good one.
It is a good. These are this little like section down here is like insane, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all four of these records are pretty damn fucking good. Well, if I can't have Streetlight, I'm gonna get Catch 22, and I'm just gonna say Catch 22 is a more ska record. It is a more hopefully it's accessible enough for John and Dylan not to just shit on it and call it hipster microbrew nonsense or whatever it is.
That's a great way to put
And,
it, actually.
So, microbrews are awesome, and they're whatever. I'm gonna go with Catch 22 on this one because Keasbey Night has to be in the final 16. Keasbey Nights is like a phenomenal record, and it's tied with Everything Goes Numb for me, so I'd be fine with either one of these moving on. Absolutely insane that Everything Goes Numb lost, but I won't seethe and cope and mold any longer. I'll pass it down to Dylan. Go ahead.
The only thing I hate more than Streetlight is microbrews.
Okay. Put it in deeper. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know about that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to Life
That's,
Won't
that's
Wait.
for after the show.
That's for
Yeah.
the Twinkies.
I'm listening to Life Won't Wait, and of the first fucking 15 songs, I think 3 of them have upstrokes. So disqualified. We'll get Thomas back in the win column here and move Catch 22 on.
Okay. Thank God. The something here. Lewis.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Catch 22. I mean, I gave
Oh my
Choking
gosh.
Victim the match before.
I was gonna have an aneurysm.
I gave Choking Victim the match before, but I mean, that was a really tough one for me. Catch 22 record's better than Life Won't Wait. I mean, Life Won't Wait's fine. It's a good record. My favorite Rancid record. For Catch 22, it's a classic. So.
Yeah, I'm voting for. I don't care if they already lost. I'm voting for Rancid. I like it better. I don't care if it's not ska, but it's 3-1. Let's see what the chat has to say.
I think it's a ska record, so I just agree.
It's
with
close
Dylan on
enough.
that one.
There's records in this bracket that are less ska. So
the Goldfinger that one. All right, let's go get to the chat. And the chat is 64% Catch 22, 33% Rancid. And we're gonna end it right there, and we'll see what people are saying. Unfunfair says love the vids, so he's appreciating the shout out, loving the vids. Immortal Coil says Goblin Ska. Which one is Goblin Ska?
that's on. That's the band in the chat.
Is that Unfunfair?
Yeah,
because they have a goblin.
I just posted
as
it.
the little icon.
I just posted their Spotify in the chat. Go check it out. It's really good.
Yeah.
Unfunfair.
El Goblino.
Spab says as fun as Choking Victim.
No one's as
talking
fun
about
as Choking Victim.
So
No one's as fun, yeah.
Yeah.
and likes nip rings, which you got to confirm that's your name. Well, at least you're not fapping, Elliot. So I don't know.
Again, after the stream, that's when all that stuff happens.
That's when we break out the Twinkie box. All right.
This is a
Bible
note.
Dumb Podcast
You can't see Elliot from the waist down, just by the way. So you don't know what's going on.
No pants
but,
on
yeah.
right now. Twinkie firmly in the ass.
There's a whole box of Twinkies down there.
There's a whole box of Twinkies in there. Show us your O face. I'm not showing you my O face. But Twinkie party in the Discord, and let's move on to the next one here, which is going to be Dylan starting us off, which is Goldfinger and Cap Down. I think it's a pretty good matchup.
Yeah.
Well, everyone will call me a hypocrite. I don't care. I don't refute the claim. I'm gonna vote for the last ska album here and go with Goldfinger.
You don't think Cap Down's a ska record?
He said the less ska album.
Yeah, the last.
Oh, I thought you said the last ska album.
No, the last.
Sorry, my bad. Gotcha. All right, Life's Nip Ring confirms it's Life's Nip Rings. So that's what it is. Go ahead, Lewis.
This is Lewis, and I also like them. But yeah, I think for this pick, this is a pretty good matchup. This is like my childhood versus something I just discovered, and never really was that fond of Goldfinger. No lasting memories. I think this is a good record. The songs are good, but I don't really have any affection for it. So I'm going Cap Down. It's really good. I really enjoyed it.
All right,
Holy
John.
cow. Two completely different records, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh,
A hard one. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I feel like that I like the Goldfinger one better, but I think this Cap Down is. It's not gonna be like anything else that makes it to the final 16. That's actually Destruction by Definition is there, which is probably as close as it's gonna get. I'm gonna go for Goldfinger. I think I like it slightly better.
Really? All right. Well, I just started the poll, and I'm gonna tie it up because I'm gonna go with Cap Down because Cap Down fucks and Cap Down goes hard, and I really liked it. I thought it was an excellent record. So I'm going with Cap Down all the way. Cap Down underdogs, you know what I mean? Let's get some underdog. We got Kamuri in there. We can have Cap Down in there.
I will not be upset if Cap Down makes it.
Get some underground records in there, and we can have credibility. as like, we're not just picking the mainstream records. Look at
Yeah, all these
guys.
mainstream ska albums, of course.
Yeah. So all these. Well, I feel like the turn off the radio is pretty mainstream. So or turn the radio
Very
off.
mainstream.
I'm gonna murder you.
I love.
Jesus.
Hell,
Hooli, turn off the radio.
Yeah.
Does it matter?
You know,
it's a real Big Fish record.
Somebody, I know, but John,
Respect.
people sometimes ask. Some people ask like, "Where's Matt?" But I feel like Elliot really keeps on the Matt legacy
Yeah.
of mixing up names and getting them backwards and stuff. So
We're both
spirit lives
dyslexic,
on.
so
I love it.
we both have mild Asperger's. But let's go to the chat. Let's see what we hear. We got 25 votes. I think that's pretty good. And we got Goldfinger at 44%, Capdown
Whoa.
at 56%.
Holy.
What's up?
Capdown won? Did Capdown win? Or...
Capdown won. Capdown
Hooli.
beat
Yeah,
Goldfinger.
Captain One.
Capdown
Wow.
won. People love an underdog story. You know what I mean, man? So Capdown to win the whole thing, honestly.
This
you know?
that is
Let's do that.
when I picked Capdown, I thought they were gonna be a band that got eliminated in the first round. So I want to say this too. This is gonna be a hot take, but I also really like the Capdown Wind Up Toys record. The song Truly Dead is really, really good. It's definitely way more accessible than Civil Disobedience, but that is also a very good record. I think it sheds most of the ska, but it still has a little bit of it. Kind of like maybe close to Great Awake Flatliners style. So go check
Alright.
that one out
Hell
too.
yeah. Okay, I fuck with that.
Yeah, you
and,
can.
Capdown, bitches in Nike shoes. So has moved on.
Why do
So
I
go
keep
ahead
getting
and
these
spit some
really
bars,
hard
Lewis.
matchups? No, that's not. I'm out of the game. I'm out of
Get a
the
little
game,
freestyle. All right, all right,
Yeah,
all
no.
right. He's a
but I
retired. He's
keep getting-
retired.
I keep getting these miserable matchups of albums that
Yeah.
are like so ingrained in my personality and life. So this is great, guys. It's the existential crisis tonight. But I feel like I'll be hurting myself if I don't pick Link 80 for my hardcore legend, whatever you guys call me thing. But this Link 80 record is incredible. I love it. I don't think it's a perfect record though. I think there's some filler songs on there. I almost think Why Do They Rock So Hard is almost a perfect record. I mean, it's accomplishing exactly what they want to do. It's crisp, clean. The songs rip. It has a lot of their all-time classics on it. I'm going to give my W to Real Big Fish, I think, in this matchup.
Man, I really wish
Cool
that.
to me.
What?
Cool to me there. He did the. I thought he was going Link 80.
I
for a
thought he
second,
did too.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish that these Real Big Fish albums were swapped. I wish that Why Do They Rock So Hard was against Streetlight and Turn the Radio Off was against Link 80.
Wouldn't matter to me. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I probably like the Real Big Fish record better, slightly, but I don't want. I may metagame. I have a right to metagame. I am gonna vote for Link 80 because I don't want two Real Big Fish albums in the four, and it's close enough where I don't feel bad about it. So, Link 80.
All right. Now, Dylan, that was definitely a definition, an
Yeah.
example of metagaming
Yeah,
there.
I fully admitted
fuck
it.
that. Fuck that. This is the best Real Big Fish album. It is moving on. It is better than the Link 80 album. I love it. We're going
All
with
right,
the fish.
I guess Dylan's going with the
Back
with
the
the
fish.
Everybody do the fish. So,
Yeah,
I'm going with
yeah,
Link
yeah.
80. So, because both Real Big Fish records are kind of mid, in my opinion. Why Do They Rock So Hard is definitely better than Turn the Radio Off or whatever it is, or Turn Off the Radio, or Turn the
you
Off
always
Radio,
said it right the first
or
time.
Radio the Off Turn. Whatever it is, Link 80 is going ahead. And let's go to the chat. And the chat is 61% Link 80 and
No
39%
way!
Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
No way.
I mean, I know I voted against this, but I'm not that upset. I love this record.
Oh my lord, you fucking people, dude.
trust me, I
I'm
feel
sorry.
you, Dylan.
I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking, but yeah, I'm okay.
Link 80 and
Say what-
Countdown is pretty sweet though. On this
Yeah,
on
say
the
what you-
right
say what you
side.
think you're doing. Let
It would
out.
be very, very bad if I said what I think, but there's a certain aspect about Link 80 that gives them a buff in popular opinion.
What,
I'm
does he
not
kill
gonna say
himself?
what it is. Okay, well, you're putting words in my mouth,
What
but
would you say, Lewis?
He unalived himself. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so-
I'm sorry. This Real Big Fish
Kurt
album
Cobain
is...
is ska here.
Oh
So-
boy,
Oh my god.
I did not say anything. Just for the record here.
Well, he's moved ahead, and his legacy is continuing to the final round. So,
Yeah, people are upset about the AQUABATS. We're kind of lucky they didn't see the beginning. They got it pretty hard. And
yeah,
I think I think Lewis and I both read the Danielle Steele book. It's
I
called
do. I have it. Yeah.
yeah. I used to have the hardcover back in the day.
It's called His Bright Light, I believe, by Daniel Steele.
Yeah.
I believe is the name of the book. Yep.
Love for
see, Unfun Fair says I can't live with this Aquabat snub. So trust me, I
No,
can't
you
live
would have
with.
complained if Streetlight got eliminated first round anyway. So
Yeah,
whatever.
we gotta the streetlight snub.
Pick your poison.
So,
Murderholics. I guess it's just.
Link
Okay,
80 songs.
he's just naming Link 80 songs. Murderholics is okay.
all the Link 80 songs that are better than all the Streetlight and
That's
Catch 22
crazy.
songs.
Oh my God, John. Me and John are going to war in the final bracket.
I like that it's like on the left side is ska and then the right side is ska core. It kind of is neat that way.
Well, Downwards Heavenwards doesn't think Catch 22 is a ska band. So he said the Choky Victor record had more identifiable ska songs. So shout out to Downwards Heavenward. Valued.
He's keeping it
We
real.
got into it though.
I want to before we go, I don't know who's watching the basketball game tonight. If there's any crossover, I'd be surprised. I think it'd be cool if we each went around and what four would we have wanted from this? Because, man, those first four albums, I don't really love any of them, but I guess out of the four, I would pick Real Big Fish. I would probably pick either Choking Victim or Rancid out of the second two. Okay. Probably Choking Victim. I guess Goldfinger and I guess Link 80. So pretty close for me. I don't know what you guys think. Go Mavs says McD.
Streetlight, Catch 22, Cap Down, Link 80. So I only lost one here. So
and you were upset
go
about
ahead.
that one you lost.
I love that record, dude. I was pretty upset about that one. That would be my lock to almost win it, to be honest.
Bible Dumb lost 3 of his.
Well, you know what? My 1 was more than your 3.
The left side is correct. The right side it should have been Goldfinger, Real Big Fish.
Okay.
I would have went Fish, Choking Victim. I think I probably would have picked Cap Down anyway.
Yeah.
And I think I would have picked. I would have
Big
taken
Fish.
the Fish. I think
Yeah.
even though the Link 80 is great. So that's almost a toss up for me. I just gave it to the Fish because I think it's a little bit more complete. So all good with it.
Murderholics got
alright.
3 out of his 4. Yeah. Nobody got 4. Does anyone in the chat think that we nailed it?
No. Everybody is upset.
Where's Richard?
Everybody's sad.
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah, where is Richard? He was here in the
He's
beginning.
here.
He was here, but then his
Yeah.
kid's soccer game happened.
Yeah.
So
He was here, and then fucking Elliot chose Link 80, and then he pieced it.
there's no way. I feel like he's way more on the Link 80 side.
Yeah.
I feel like Richard wouldn't let me down like that. But yeah, thanks to everyone for showing up. It's a good stream. We always have like a lot of people showing up now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Everyone's active in the chat. Bible Dumb Podcast has been showing up all the time. I love saying his name out loud. I don't know why. It's just a fun name to say. Bible Dumb Podcast. So
I'm gonna start the Quran Smart podcast.
all right, the Quran.
Yeah, you can say anything
Quran.
bad about the Quran. Yeah.
He also can't say anything about me mispronouncing things.
I love
now
the
either.
Quran. My favorite book.
John, we should close each podcast with like Sarah McLachlan. I will remember you, and we'll like let all the records that lost fly away.
Oh, that would be
very nice.
amazing.
And then you get copyright strike.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no,
we
she's
could
a cool.
barely, we could
She's a
barely
fan.
get
She's
Nirvana
a fan.
songs to play for 3 seconds.
Play that Sarah McLachlan, the adoption SPCA commercial song or whatever.
We can all
Yeah.
just sing it in unison with the 1 second delay.
Arms of the angel. That was completely off key.
That was good, Dylan. Yeah. There's a career for you. So talk to John. All right. Well,
See Dylan's Sarah McLachlan cover band premiering somewhere in Florida.
the Sarah McLachlan ska cover band.
There's
Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah.
And
I was
the
gonna say.
angel, pick it up, pick it up.
Lewis, that was genius. You came up with that right now.
Sarah
Yeah,
Oh my
McLachlan.
gosh, this guy's got some
Yeah,
wits
some-
about him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man.
That was good.
Sarah McLachlan.
Sarah
Great.
McLachlan.
Move over,
Christian
abracadabra.
Better than Abra Skadabra. All right. Well, let's wrap it up, John.
All right.
All right, everybody.
Well, thanks that everybody stayed all the way to the end. I think we have more viewers now than we did the whole time. So if you're just showing up, you can watch on demand. Crash and Bleed's gonna go pass out. Blair's been here the whole time. We had Unfun Fair band in here. I put their music somewhere. Go check them out. Murderholic's always here. Likes Nip Rings. There's my slip. I'm gonna do this one more time. I don't want to be that guy, but these are here. 50% off for Discord members. It's got
be that guy, John. Be that guy. Show
it's
your
at least-
stuff. He's got a whole website of merchandise and records
Code
and t-shirts.
Sarah McLachlan.
So we need to get the
50%
Sarah
off.
McLachlan.
It's got at
t-shirts as
least
well.
2 deep lore punk rock radar Discord things in there.
There's a lot of memes on there, and as
Yeah.
soon as we receive our shirts, we'll all be wearing them live.
Yes.
Our work uniform.
Disney
So-
World approved attire.
Disney World approved. We'll all go to Disney World as well. We'll live stream it. So
And several stickers always given.
yeah, John's paying for the Disney World trip too. So
Mm.
I don't know about that. Depends how many t-shirts. That's a lot of t-shirts.
all right, buy t-shirts, guy. You want that Disney World stream? Like
Yeah.
Snipstring says,
Forget
the
that
painful
shirt and-
end. I'm sorry, man. I guess
Forget that
like
shirt
Snipstring
July,
lost a lot
John.
of people.
I want that.
Yes, sir. All
I
right.
like Nip
so,
Rings too,
guys,
Yeah. Well, let's go.
Just real quick, does anybody have? Well, whatever. Round 4 or north, south, east. The West bracket will be next Wednesday, a week from today. If you want to see the matchups, I'm gonna post them in the Discord right after this. We'll do this real quick. We'll shout out Immortal Coil, who makes the layouts for this, who's always hanging out. So thanks to Immortal Coil for setting up the bracket. If you want to keep the conversation going, I see there's a lot of sad people in the chat. We will be hanging out in the Discord right after this. So Jacob and Mr. Nip Rings, you know where to find us. But yeah, Immortal Coil is the man for sure. We're cooking up some other stuff too. You guys are gonna like.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday, same time. 16 more mediocre ska albums to talk about, so can't wait. After this, there's 2 more brackets we're gonna do. Epitaph Records, we're gonna figure out the best album from Epitaph.
Oh,
and
and we have the popular song bracket
Yeah.
we're gonna do right
and
before
popular
that. Yeah,
song.
yeah. So we'll tell you more about what the popular, we'll call it like popularity contest or something like that. But this one's gonna be good too. It'll be a fun one. So we'll break it down more to you guys later.
Yeah.
though. It'll be
Streetlight
great.
Manifesto full discography song bracket.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I
My
would love to.
proposal.
Please.
All
I
right.
think we got
Okay.
another one of the. We have another one of the girlfriend videos coming at some point too. People seem to like those.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Seen those? They're pretty entertaining. So.
And
We've got some stuff with Punkorama we plan on doing as well. what is that? Punkorama Draft.
Punkorama Draft
Yeah.
is gonna be fun.
And and we might be doing some reactions to the newer Epitaph stuff. All of us will be doing, right?
Oh, that's the only thing I like better than ska is new Epitaph music.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing. We might make a little playlist and do
Let's
almost
listen-
like we do the first react. We're gonna first react to like some of the new Epitaph stuff.
Listen
give
to
our
the new
opinions.
Scene Queen album.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
only
on
listen.
Hopeless
Yeah.
Records.
I only listen to
Murderholics
Hopeless
is-
Records. Is what I was gonna say.
Murderholics NASCAR Aloe will actually be on there. So John and Lewis and Dylan are gonna have to listen to NASCAR Aloe, which I've listened to, and they're gonna hate it. John's gonna hate it, 100%.
What does
I
that
knew that.
name mean? It's two
Uh,
random words.
I don't know. Just think of it as like 80s hardcore rap. I don't know how to
It's
say it.
like
It's like
a-
noise rap. So
Dave Mustaine, he said that two words combined that don't make sense. He was referring to NASCAR Aloe, not government intelligence.
Bible Dumb says more live streams. These are fun. There's gonna be one every week, unless
Yeah.
John has to go to his job, which he should just quit and we should go full time on Punk Rock Radar. You got to buy the shirts, guys.
Time.
You got to buy the shirts.
Yes, this will
are-
totally cover my internet alone.
Yeah, we are YouTube second shirt salesman first. So
Yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday. Somebody said this is like a British goodbye. They're definitely right. The goodbye
right,
the good
wrap
it up.
the goodbye is 20% of the stream. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. All the links are down below if you want to hang out or support the channel. Thanks to everybody who showed up. I see Richard is back. Thank you, Richard. You're here the whole time. We all love you. We love all you guys. So thanks again for showing up. We'll see you all next week.
peace out.